Hey guys, it's Robin, RsIslandCrafts, and welcome to my craft room. I'm just sitting here hand stitching this facing down on this really cute wall hanging that I have. I have some pretty batiks, some nice gray. It's got some silver decorations and stuff on it, and I quilted it with probably about a medium purple, and I just did an all over meander. And I decided I really wanted to try putting a facing on a wall hanging. So what a facing is basically just a way to finish off the quilt where you have your two pieces together. It's sort of like a binding, but you don't see any of it on the front. And it just comes around to the back. So while I was hand stitching this down, I thought we'd have a little chat. You don't realize it, but we've already had a little chat. I was back here, and I was chatting away with you, having a good old time, stitching away. And then when I went to edit the video, I realized I never hit the play button. Well, I'm sure many of us, I've heard many YouTubers saying it before. It's one of those things, it's something you're so used to. You think you've hit it, and you just start chatting away. But so we're going to try this again. Hopefully this time I won't forget anything. I did forget a few things last time, so it might be a good idea that I have to redo it. What I wanted to talk to you about is I wanted to have a little chat about my channel and what's been going on lately. I don't remember if I mentioned it in my Talk to Me Tuesday video, but I did go out and I purchased a P.O. box for my YouTube channel. I've had several people request that I have a P.O. box because they were interested in sending a couple things. Now, I really appreciate anyone who is willing to send something to me, basically a total stranger, but I don't expect anyone to send anything to this channel. Now, the reason I did get the P.O. box is I was thinking it would be fun, though, to do a postcard swap. Now, before I get going too much farther, the P.O. box from this point on, well, from Talk to Me Tuesday forward, there will be, it'll be down in the description below this video. So what I thought I would do, what would be fun to do, would be to have a postcard swap. I love collecting postcards from all around the world. So I thought maybe if anyone would want to swap postcards with me, that if you sent me a postcard that was region specific for your area, like here in Florida, we have a lot of postcards with beaches, as you would expect, since we are a peninsula surrounded by beaches. Beautiful beaches, really. And then we have alligators and manatees and flamingos and all kinds of tropical type wildlife that you would expect from somewhere like Florida. So if you would want to send a postcard to me from your area, I would in return send you a Florida postcard. Then I thought it would be fun to do is to put the postcards up on like a ribbon across my craft room and get those little mini clothespins. I've always thought those mini clothespins were so cute, but I've never had a need to purchase them. So I thought it would be fun to hang the postcards across the craft room, and then on my Talk to Me Tuesday videos, I would make sure that they were in the background, and then you could see the different postcards that have come in. And of course, I would show the postcards as they come in. Doesn't take much to get your thread tangled, does it? I forgot to put beeswax on it. So no obligations whatsoever, but if you did want to swap postcards with me, the P.O. box is down below. And we also talked about in the comment section fabric postcards. And what those basically are is it's kind of almost like a mug rug. It's a little mini quilt. And it's made with, you put a piece of postcard or some type of stiff cardboard on the back of it so that you can write the address and stuff on it. I can show you a video. I can make a video and show you how I make my fabric postcards. It's not like I'm a fancy professional at it or anything. I did do a few swaps several years ago, and I find that they're really fun. And it's a quick little mini quilt project that you can get done in a short amount of time. And then, you swap them with your friends, and it's really fun to get different ones and see everyone else's different styles. Because maybe someone is really into bright fabrics and or batiks like these, or if someone does beadwork or embroidery, I was always amazed at what could be sent through the mail. So when I first learned about fabric postcards, I was just totally amazed at them. You can actually, they have to be hand stamped, so they cost a little bit more. You can't just put a regular forever stamp on it. So they do cost a little bit more to send through the mail. But it's very nominal, very, very small amount. I think it's only like $1 or something, which isn't really too bad. If you were to put things on it like beads and stuff like that, or any type of a 3D buttons or some type of object, you can also have little envelopes that you can mail it through that way, because it won't go through the machine, but it's still going to go through some type of a process, and you wouldn't want things to get knocked off of your postcard after you work that hard to get everything on there. Now, the other thing people have suggested, I've gotten several messages and a few comments where people suggested it'd be a great idea to have my followers send scraps to me in a P.O. box, and either send scraps or crumb blocks that they've made, and then I could put those crumb blocks together into a charity quilt and donate it. And I really like that idea, and it's wonderful and so generous of everyone to offer that. But unfortunately, that's really not something that I'm able to handle right now. Something you probably don't really know about me is I've had 3 surgeries on my right shoulder and 1 on my left. And I also, due to an injury, I have nerve damage in my neck. That makes it very, very difficult for me to work on large quilts. Quilting them and moving them through the machine and such, it's too much strain on the shoulders for me. That's why I've moved on to smaller quilts. When it comes to new babies, when friends and family are having babies, or a wedding or something, I tend to give, I like to give burp cloths for babies and just little quilts or lap quilts. And making a couple of those a year is not too much struggle for my shoulders, so while I appreciate that offer, I don't really think that's going to work for me. But what I was thinking is for people who did want to work on some type of a charity project with me, if you've seen my previous videos, I've made 1 rare bear. I'm getting ready today to order more of the tags and the special little fabric for the feet. Now what these are, I'll put a link down below or up in the iCard for the Rob Appel video where he talks about the rare bears. And he has all the links that you need on his video for purchasing the pattern and getting in contact with this organization. But what they do is any sewer or quilter or whatever, they make the bears, and then you send them to Rare Bear Science. And they go ahead and they stuff them, and they put the eyes and the nose on and everything for you. So you only have to make the bear and send it in an envelope. So you could just fit it into a regular small, well, not a business envelope, but I put them in manila envelopes, and then you just ship them out to them. So it's a really low cost for shipping. Definitely keeps the prices down, and you can send many bears if you want to do like a flat rate envelope. So then, like I said, they finish them off, they stuff them, and then there's on the back that you can't see, on the back of the bear in the seam, there is a little tag with a number on it, and then you can track where you're not going to find out what child it was sent to. I believe you can find out the city and the state or the country where it was shipped. So then if you wanted to donate fabric to me, I could make bears in your name or in the name of my channel here, and then we can have fun tracking where all the different bears go. I thought it'd be really fun if I'm going to do this for myself anyways, but if anyone wants to join in on it with me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a map up on my craft room wall. And I have to see first if they do send to other countries and how often that happens, or if it's just the U.S. I do have a world map and a U.S. map, and then it'd be fun to put pins in the map wherever the bears end up. Now, you're under no obligation. I don't expect anyone to want to join in and do this with me. But if you do, then you can once again use the P.O. box down below. So I have been cutting out pieces for my rare bears. This is my little rare bear bucket. And I wanted to have pieces cut out ahead of time to make several bears. So when I go ahead and I order the little tags and the little footies for them, they'll already have everything prepared and ready so I can just stitch them up a lot faster. But I found that I can make a rare bear out of scraps, of course, but I used a fat quarter of the tan and a fat quarter of this football fabric. So with 2 fat quarters, I can make 1 bear. So I thought it'd be fun to have, because you have an inside and an outside of the leg, and the arms are 2 pieces, and the body and stuff, that it would be fun to have maybe a semi-solid and then a novelty print. So if I got 2 different fat quarters, I can make the 1 bear, and then I can actually guarantee that they're going to sort of match based on just pulling things out of my scraps. So if anyone would like to help out in my charity work this year, if you'd like to either send scraps, most of the scraps, some pieces are smaller, but the largest piece is 10 inches. And then of course things like the ears and the nose and stuff are smaller. If anyone would like to send scraps or 2 coordinating fat quarters, I would love to make a rare bear. And then we can track the little identity tag and you would know where your bear was donated to. Because they're going to children, sick children with rare diseases, which is why they're called the Rare Bear. I'll put a link down below to the Rob Appel video where he discussed it. And all the links and information will be there on his video. But because I got this P.O. box, I don't expect anyone to send anything. It's not a requirement to watch the videos. You know, I like just talking to everyone in the comments. Please don't feel obligated to send something to the P.O. box. Now the other thing I wanted to talk to you about today, which has to do with this little wall hanging. I'd love to give away this wall hanging. Now my YouTube channel, my subscriber count is getting close to 5,000, which is really a big milestone on YouTube. I mean, it's not, you know, 100,000 where you get the little play button wall plaque thing, but I think 5,000 subscribers that are interested in hearing what you have to say is a really big deal. And I'd like to thank everyone for coming back and visiting me every week and chatting with me in the comments by doing a little giveaway. I'm hoping to put a video out later this week, so keep your eye out for that. But since it's for the 5K subscriber count, it will be required that you are a subscriber to my channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click on the little subscription down here or down below below the videos. And if you want YouTube to let you know when I put out a new video, because as you can see on days like today, I just happen to randomly put up a video. If you ring that little bell, YouTube will give you a notification and you'll know I put up a video. Because right now I'm putting up a video on guaranteed Tuesdays and Fridays. I have a Talk to Me Tuesday video where I talk about what's going on in my craft room, what I'm working on, and what I finished in the previous week, and what I hope to work on the next week. And on Fridays we do some type of a project together, a little sew with me, give you little tips and tricks on whatever I figured out while making those projects. We just finished up the crumb block series, where in just this past video, if you go back on my channel, you'll see I made my curtains. Beautiful stained glass look to the curtains. I really love the way they turned out. I'm sure there was something else I wanted to talk to you guys about, but at the moment I can't think of it. I'm sure as soon as I sit down later today, I'll remember it. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera off though, because I'm getting ready. Today is Sunday. It's the live stream with the Mom and Pop Quilt Show at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll put a link down below to their channel. I'll put a link up in the iCard too, so it'll just be easier for you guys to click over. I love hanging out with Laura Lynn every Sunday, and everyone in the chat section too, because it's just a really good time. Nice relaxing afternoon. It's perfect for a quiet Sunday afternoon. I like to have some little project like this to work on while I'm chatting with everybody. And today I will definitely be working on this. I've gotten 2 sides done. I still have 2 more, of course, because it's a 4-sided quilt. So once again, I just want to thank everyone so much for coming and watching my videos and chatting with me and all the thumbs up. I hope to see you this afternoon over talking with the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Otherwise, I will see you on Tuesday. Bye!